Okay. Ich merke mal den Raid-Boss-Kampf, das ist so einfach an mir und... na, voll keiner da. Aber das ist auf dem höheren Schwierigkeitsding ja viel, viel schwerer. Luku, vielen Dank für deinen Follower, vielen, vielen lieben Dank. Es ist viel schwieriger da. Olga.
So you decided to show yourself.
Olga, don't do this. They'll know.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family.
Huh?
I know I'm going to hell, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Ja, macht das hier noch voll spannend, ey.
You have to.
Olga!
Alter.
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it? GW, it's out of control. What?
Wie Dinos irgendwie, hä? So wie die sich jetzt verhalten und so, können wir wirklich denken, dass irgendwelche Lebewesen irgendwas...
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines!
Aber geil gemacht irgendwie, hä? Oh, eben die ganzen Metal Gears platt gemacht.
Damn the Patriots! You still have some use.
I've captured Snake. Snake?
Bring him in.
Ja, was für eine Action hier. Ja, wenigstens sind die Metal Gears nicht so wie bei Evers auf. Das wäre schon sehr verstörend. Oh ja. Oh. Also ich freue mich schon auf Metal Gear 3. Ich weiß auch nicht. Könnt ihr euch noch dran erinnern, als die. Also Metal Gear 3, die 10, hä? Das war ja vorher so ein Pikachu-Automat, irgendwas, so wie die Dinger da heißen, halt von Konami. Da gab es doch schon solche Render-Sequenzen, hä? Und das ist ja schon ewig her, hä? Wie viele sich damals ein Remake von Metal Gear 3 gewünscht haben, hä? Und jetzt bekommen wir es ja quasi wirklich, hä? Auch wenn ich manchmal gelesen habe, dass manche da ein bisschen meckern irgendwie, dass manche da die Bewegungsanimation, weil das wahrscheinlich aus den PS2 1:1 übernommen wurde, halt ein bisschen hölzern aus in den Klammern jetzt, hä? Habe ich zwar auch gesehen, als die Trailer gezeigt wurden, aber ich muss sagen, mich hat es jetzt nicht so extrem gestört. Manche sagen, oh, das Spiel sehe langweilig aus, wegen der Unreal Engine, dass da so ein bisschen der Farblook ein bisschen anders ist. Muss man natürlich erwarten, wenn das Spiel dann da ist, ja. Aber ich muss an das, was ich bis jetzt gesehen habe, sah schon, wo ich sage, ja, doch, doch. Ich spiele es gerne. Ich weiß nur nicht, ob ich das für 80 Euro spielen will. Weil ich das schon ganz schön viel finde. Genau. Ich hoffe mal nur noch, dass die von Metal Gear 4. Das Spiel ist ja immer noch auf der PS3 gefangen, wenn man das spielen will, hä? Gut, PS5 geht wenn man das darüber streamen will, aber nee, das wäre nichts für mich. Aber ein gutes Remaster in Klammern von Metal Gear 4, würde ich auch mit Kusshand nehmen. Klar, ich könnte nur die PS3 anschließen, die hab ich ja hier unten. Das darüber spielen. Aber wenn's etwas hübscher geht, mit etwas mehr FPS, weil PS3 war, glaube ich, 30, ja? Dann würde ich auch ein Remaster nehmen. Sag mal ehrlich zu dir selber, du wirst es für 80 Euro spielen. Ich sehe es mir wohl schon kaufen, wenn ich ganz ehrlich bin. Vielleicht wäre es auch sogar so verrückt und es gibt noch die 90 Euro aus oder was sie da haben wollen, wenn du 3 oder 2 Tage eher spielen willst. Aber dann bin ich wirklich nicht mehr zu helfen, wenn ich das mache. Stimmt, aber die Sache ist, Metal Gear Solid 3 braucht nicht wirklich ein Remake. Metal Gear 2 und Metal Gear Solid 1 könnten ein Remake gebrauchen. Also bei Metal Gear und Metal Gear 2, da stimme ich dir auf jeden Fall zu, weil das ist ja. Oh Gott. Wie hieß das MX-Computer damals, wo die ersten Teile erschienen, hä? Metal Gear Solid 1. Da würden jetzt manche sagen, du willst das Remake spielen, dann spiel das GameCube-Remake hier, die Twin Snake, wie das heißt. Wo ich überhaupt kein Freund von dem Remake bin. Also jetzt von Twin Snakes. Können wir eigentlich irgendwann mal einen Stream durchspielen, hä? Aber mit Twin Snake, also wenn ich die Wahl habe zwischen dem PS1 Original und der GameCube-Version, die natürlich ein bisschen grafisch besser ist und das Gameplay von Metal Gear 2 hatte, ich würde immer und immer wieder würde ich das Original PS1 spielen. Scheiß auf die Grafik, sage ich mir da so. Das macht für mich so einiges besser. Die Musik ist besser, ja, was heißt die Story-Erzählung seit 1.1 dasselbe fast, ja? Aber, ach, ich mag die PS1-Version so viel lieber. Ich mag sogar, ich weiß ja nicht, das Thema deutsche Stimmen, hä? Ist ja so ein Streitthema gerne, Metal Gear 1, hä? Aber ganz ehrlich, ich mochte auch die Stimmen von Metal Gear 1 auf Deutsch. Hä? Fußspuren? Das war so genial.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
Aber für damals war's nice.
GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Ach, muss er wieder drücken, ja. Enter! Alter. Das ging jetzt aber schnell.
You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Endlich jemand, der mir zustimmt
What
bei der
do you
deutschen
mean?
Synchro von Metal Gear 1.
That's not your business.
Oh,
Oh, really?
das freut mich jetzt auch gerade, dass da
It
mal
so
jemand
happens I
ist,
have
der
some
endlich
business
mal
of my
sagt, dass die
own
deutschen
to
Stimmen...
attend to.
Ja, es gab einige Szenen, die klangen komisch auf Deutsch, keine Frage, hä?
You were
Aber
going to screw
ich habe
me
die
over,
Kritik da
weren't
nie
you?
so richtig nachvollziehen können.
Who talked? Ocelot?
Auch heute nicht, wenn ich das Spiel heute auf Deutsch spiele.
I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the
Ich
idea
habe
to
da
you in
nicht
the
so mein
first
Problem
place.
damit.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
Damals wurden sie als schlecht angesehen, eigentlich schlechter.
No.
Aber
there
heute,
is
selbst
another
heute meckern
way.
noch sehr viele darüber.
Really?
Die stellen das ja als die
But we
schlimmste
have our
deutsche
own
Synchro ever
plans
ab.
to
hä?
carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you
Ich fand
don't
sie
care
geil.
for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that.
Die Lache kennen wir, ha?
What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted, a little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people, a sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
Der ging durch, der Schuss.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Trotz der vielen What the fuck Momente, hä? Ich finde das so geil, was hier alles gerade passiert.
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Miau. Ja, ja.
Staged.
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No.
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
that I have enough data. All I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
How's this then?
Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Also unser Feuerwerk hier.
Everybody down!
What the? Impossible!
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson,
Stimmt, sofort überlegt, wie hieß sie noch mit richtigen Namen?
daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Mach's gut.
Damn! Try this instead. No! No! No, not now!
Naja, wie große.
Brothers!
So aufpoppt auf einmal.
Liquid!
I've been waiting for this!
It can't be!
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all, I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye! go.
Liquid! Stop this thing!
Hey, Snake! You coming?
Kommt der Snake jetzt hinterher? Alter. Habe ich damals schon gewundert. Das macht gleich einen ganz komischen Cut, das Spiel. Ich glaube, jetzt glaube ich, ja. Naja, auf einmal so, hä? Fallen die vom Himmel? Oder sie vom Schiff, ja? Aber ja, es hat was mit hier 11. September zu tun. Weil ursprünglich war, glaube ich, geplant, dass man das sieht, so ein bisschen, wie das Schiff halt in die Stadt reinfährt, ja? Aber aufgrund hier der Terroranschläge damals haben es dann, ich glaube, gecuttet oder rausgeschnitten. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob es fertig produziert war irgendwie und dann erst rausgeschnitten wurde, aber Fakt ist, ja, sieht man da leider nicht. Weil der Übergang so ein bisschen komisch ist.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become The Sons of Liberty!
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century.
Like
As a
the
result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we
Klingt wie bei
succeeded in
Teletubbies-Show irgendwie,
digitizing
hä?
life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas,
Also damals, als ich das Spiel das allererste Mal gespielt habe, hä?
Genes
Ich
don't
habe hier
contain
absolut
any
nichts
record of
verstanden.
human
Mein Kopf
history.
da war.
Is it something that should not be
Er war
passed
zu.
on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
Was hier alles an
We've always
Twists
kept
rauskommt
records
und.
of our lives, through
Äh,
words,
damals.
pictures, symbols,
Selbst
from
heute noch
tablets
teilweise
to
ganz schöne.
books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something
Das
like
sind
a self
Gespräche, ja.
exist inside
Jetzt hier im
of
Spiel
you?
jetzt.
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap.
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of solid snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you
Rückblickend,
are.
hä? Damals haben alle gedacht, so was ist das für ein Quatsch und so,
So
hä?
you see, we're the
Und
S3,
stellenweise.
not you.
Oh, Anuta! Vielen Dank für den Raid mit 6 Leuten. Vielen, vielen lieben Dank. Mal gucken, ob das jetzt klappt hier.
What you
Geht's euch gut? Ich hoffe mal, ihr habt
was
einen
the
schönen Stream
final
gehabt.
test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to
Ja,
their
mein Podcast leider
supremacy.
gerade nicht.
The objective of this exercise was to
Und, habt ihr
establish
Resident
such a
Evil 2
method.
durchgespielt?
We used Shadow Moses as a
Namen Daddy
paradigm
Dog?
for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
Wir sind hier gerade in Metal Gear 2 Finale.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity.
Er ist auch wieder
If the
gefeit
model
um mein
could trigger,
Leben.
Control and solve this. It would be ready for any contingency. And now we have our proof.
Ich bin im Labor angekommen. Ah, okay. Da bist du auch schon relativ weit auf jeden Fall.
Right. There are also reasons behind your selection.
Sie hat sich gut geschlagen mit ihrem Munitionmangel. Oh, das freut mich.
Do you know why we chose
Aber
you
Munitionmangel,
over
das
them?
muss sein bei Resident Evil.
It was because you were the
Meiner Meinung
only
nach
one who
zumindest.
refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn
Schade,
your
dass man
back
die Idee
on
verworfen hat,
everything you
um
don't like.
bloß
You do whatever you like. See only the things you like.
Ja,
and for
wegen
yourself
Dings, ja.
alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you.
Und wie findest du
but I
Mr.
wanted
X?
to be caught. You pretended to be
Hast du schon mit denen
understanding,
angefreundet?
to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW is still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results.
Versucht mit ihm zu reden, aber wir sind nicht auf den
I
Nenner
think
gekommen.
that's enough talk.
Ich habe den gehasst
It's time
anfangs.
for the final exercise.
Der ging mir so auf den Sack im
Right.
Spiel.
Take Solidus down.
Aber irgendwann, wenn man so rausbekommen hat, wie der tickt und so, dann geht's
Oh,
eigentlich.
really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually
Aber du musst auf jeden
exist?
Fall, wenn du
Of
den
course I
Leon-Part
do,
durch
Jack.
hast,
You
kann
have
ich nur
to believe.
empfehlen,
Damn!
das B-Szenario zu spielen mit der,
Solidus at least wants you
oh
dead.
Gott, mit der Frau, ich habe gerade den Namen vergessen. Claire war das, glaube ich, ja?
Then we'll consider the exercise closed.
Das lohnt sich auch auf jeden Fall.
So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Ja, das Ende hier, wie gesagt, das ist sehr strange.
My son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they formed.
Ach, so geil irgendwie.
Brace yourself.
Wer hat es damals, als das Remake rauskam, noch im Original? Leon ist das allererste Mal jetzt. Ah, okay. Ja, komm her. Ich habe damals das allererste Mal hier den Endkampf gemacht, aber das war so schwer mit dem Schwert hier. Attacke. Nein. Ich wollte noch gerade sagen, ich sehe es ja, dass der...
Take this. What's wrong with you?
Ah. Was? Der Waden? Was? Hat ein Schwert angepasst und macht so eine ganze Persönlichkeit. Will ich so viel spoilern jetzt? Für die Leute, die vielleicht den vierten Teil noch nicht kennen. Boah, GTA 3 müsste ich irgendwann auch mal wieder spielen. Als ich gerade GTA 3 irgendwas gelesen habe. Oh, was rennt denn heute ins Feuer rein, Mensch?
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
Vice City, oh, Vice City ist natürlich so geil. Allein der Soundtrack haben wir schon letztens gehabt, ne? Ach Gott. Mitten im Kampf guckt mich hier jemand an, ha?
Right. You have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. We're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these
Ich habe den Kampf gemacht mit dem Controller, wo ich nicht wusste, dass der Rest des Stick noch okay ist.
Warplanes during World War II.
Your code
einfach
name,
unnötig
Ryan,
schwer.
too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Kleinen Moment. Weil mein Stream Deck hier gerade irgendwie nicht geht, ist es vergessen. Lasst mal bei der guten Anuta, wenn ihr könnt. Lasst ihr mal ein bisschen Liebe da. Sehr sympathische Streamerin. Ich gucke ihr sehr gerne zu und die zeigt auch gerade sehr viele Horrorspiele, Resident Evil und so. Und ja, lasst ihr mal ein bisschen Liebe da. Wieso geht das jetzt nicht? Normalerweise macht das mein Stream Deck hier, aber irgendwie wollte das schon letztens nicht so richtig machen. So, aber wir haben den gleich. Na, komm. Gut, wir haben. Alter, was da für ein Dings rausfließt, hä? Mach's gut. Aber ich habe so erst gedacht, wo ich es erstmal gesehen habe, hä? In den Menschen weit und breit, hä?
Who am I, really?
No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
Also New York mal in echt ansehen, das würde ich auch mal gerne mal machen.
What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words.
Aber auch nicht lange, weil ich glaube, mit der Zeit wird es eine Krise kriegen.
Then decide. You can find your own name and your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is
Hier,
that?
Black. Es kommt hier dein Moment. Da steht jetzt der Name jetzt drauf, ja? Black Wyden, National Germany, Sex Mail, Geburtstag. Hab schon gesehen. Hier dein Anhänger hier. Das ist dein, wie heißt das? Dogtail, oder das heißt?
No, never heard the name before.
Der Dogtail heißt das ja, glaube ich.
I'll pick my own name and my own life. I'll
Genau,
find
Dogtail,
something
Dogtail.
worth passing on.
Aber jetzt ist es weg.
they taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word. Even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriot's identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Ach ja, die gute Rosmarie. Erstmal drumherum, alles zerstört und was weiß ich alles.
Snake?
Oh hier, der Papagei.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
Hier gab es dann eine Dings, ein Easter Egg, wo du im richtigen Moment irgendwie L1 drücken kannst, wo du den Vamp,
See
glaube
me
ich,
for
siehst.
what I am, okay?
War das der Vamp? Ich glaube, hä?
I know.
Okay.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
Gott, die Musik. Ich habe mir das Spiel irgendwie anders vorgestellt immer. Ist dann nicht eigentlich Snake nur am Rumschleichen immer? Normalerweise schon, aber mit dem zweiten Teil, da haben sie ja Raiden hier eingeführt als Hauptcharakter und ja, kam nicht bei jedem gut an. Aber für den Teil ist das mal Sense auf jeden Fall. weil das jetzt das Ende hier war. Aber wie gesagt, das ist also rein von Ranking her, gibt es mehrere Teile, hä? Ah, ich merke immer wieder, ich mag das Spiel irgendwo, aber auf der einen Seite, die anderen Teile haben bei mir so etwas höheren Ranking. Ja, das war jetzt Metal Gear Solid 2. Eben nicht jeder Snake. Aber ich glaube, wenn du da nicht drin bist in dem Metal Gear Universum, ich glaube, das checkt keiner. Also da musst du wirklich, wenn du da jetzt mit der Reihe anfangen würdest, da musst du sehr tief, das heißt sehr tief in die Story reingehen. Es ist schon ein ganz schönes Brett, sag ich es mal so. Gerade dieser Teil ist extrem schwer von der Story her. Das habe ich auch jetzt wieder gemerkt, das ist... Irgendwann macht der Kopf zu und du kommst einfach nicht mehr mit. Das wird mit der Twitch wieder hier meine Tonspur garantiert das stumm machen. Mit der Stirnband. Die haben alle Stirnbänder, wenn es danach geht. Oh Gott, ey. Also im Grunde genommen kann man sagen, der Original Snake ist der Snake aus Metal Gear 3. Das ist das Original. Und alles andere sind nur... ja, Kopien, sag ich mal so. Aber wie gesagt, das ist sehr, sehr tiefgründig alles. Aber wenn man drin ist, ist es schon geil irgendwie. Also mit Jazzmusik und so, hä, oder was das hier ist, hä, da kannst du mich nicht abholen. Dreier werde ich auch ganz sicher reingucken. Aber ich denke mal, das Remake, sollte ich das Remake holen, denke ich mal, werde ich das bestimmt auch zeigen. Ich bin schon am Überlegen, ob man nicht vorher nochmal die Twin Snakes zeigen sollte. Ein sehr, sehr spezielles Metal Gear. Das war der erste Teil, hä? Aber halt die Gamecube-Version. Aber das ist ja ein sehr, sehr abgedrehtes Spiel. Aber von der Story immer noch angenehmer als der Teil hier auf jeden Fall. Das ist schon gut. Müsste ich so machen, ja.
It's there that I'll find in a peace, not war, and dreams that I let
Dima.
slip away. I'll find the joyfulness I'm
Aber trotzdem, hä? Ich habe den Stream angefangen, hä? Trotzdem über 3 Stunden, ne? Also doch wieder etwas länger, als ich geschätzt hatte. Wir haben auch viel geredet, hä? Jetzt gegen Ende. Genau, so die Carla White, die hier singt. Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Peace Walker und Metal Gear 3 sind die Metal Gear Spiele, die ich öfters gespielt habe. Metal Gear 3 war es ganz gerne dasselbe mit Peace Walker. Oh. Muss ich aber zusammen zu meiner Schande gestehen, hä? Die PSP-Ableger und so, mit denen bin ich nie so richtig warm geworden. Da tat es mich immer so ein kleines bisschen schwer. Also meine Lieblingsteile, jetzt um das ein bisschen kürzen, ne? Also im Grunde genommen die ersten 4 Teile, hä? Mit 5 habe ich auch so ein bisschen... 5 ist eine Hassliebe bei mir. Gameplay hat sehr viel Spaß gemacht, auch wenn sich da das sehr viel wiederholt teilweise, hä? Aber die Art und Weise, wie du da die Missionen angehen konntest, war schon geil irgendwie. Aber storymäßig hat der 5. mir nicht wirklich gefallen. Aber ich glaube, so vom Ranking, Platz 1, weiß ich nicht, wäre auf der einen Seite Metal Gear 1 auf der PS1. Da ist aber auch ein bisschen Nostalgie dabei natürlich, ja. Oder Metal Gear 3, da müssen wir uns ein bisschen entscheiden. 3 wäre, also Platz 3 wäre bei mir Metal Gear 4, glaube ich. Und Platz 4 wäre halt Metal Gear 2. Was ich immer noch gut finde, hä? Aber Teil 4, Teil 1 und Teil 3 würde ich vorziehen. Aber es ist schwer zu denken, ja, ja.
Life isn't just
Stimmt schon.
about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much
Aber Teil
more
5
than
ist, wie
just
gesagt,
DNA. Through speech, music, literature and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with.
Ich muss schlafen, viel Spaß und gute Nacht an alle. Dann, wunderschöne
The
Nacht,
human
schlaf
race will
gut, hä?
probably come to an end sometime,
Und
and new
nochmal vielen Dank für den
species
geilen
may
Raid,
rule
hä?
over
Vielen,
this
vielen lieben Dank.
planet. Earth may not be
Und
forever, but we still
wir sehen
have
uns,
the
hä?
responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Eastwalker hat aber auch Glück gehabt, dass die PS3-Port, dass die Steuerung verbessert hat. Das stimmt schon. Ich habe auch die PSP, also die PSP-Version auf der PSP selber habe ich auch nie gespielt. Damals habe ich Peace Walker und so alles über die HD Collection damals gespielt. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of...
Snake, you there?
Hier.
It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but
But what?
they're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What
What
the
the
hell?
hell?